Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everybody. I'm very pleased to be here and thank you for the good introduction. I'll share with you today, within my short time, an update about UAE energy transition and net zero goal with more focus on demand side management, energy efficiency, and also I'll focus more on Dubai. I'll walk you through some data, some achievement on our vision also for the future to basically pursue decarbonization. In the past, since 2010, UAE has made great progress in terms of activating its strategy to align, I think, with the national goal, national objective. I think Dubai and UAE has activated all their strategy. There are some key guiding principle strategies like clean energy strategy, and there are so many flagship strategies like water strategy, green transport strategy, integrated water strategies, and so on, and all align with the global decarbonization effort. UAE is the first country in the region to target net zero. I will give you some of the figure. This was announced in 2021 with a detailed action plan endorsed by UAE Cabinet as a national action plan. The target for UAE in terms of energy reduction is 40% for electricity by 2050 and 50% for water by 2050. And there are structured DSM program and targeted saving as well. And the sector that are being targeted are building, industry, transport, waste, and power generation, and agriculture as well. Going to Dubai experience, I can say that by 2030, Dubai will be producing 30% out of its total energy from renewable energy, reaching the capacity of 5,000 megawatt. As we speak today, we already have 3,000 megawatt renewable under operation, and I think 2,000 under implementation, 2,000 megawatt are under implementation. On top of that also, there is 700 megawatt capacity coming from the solar rooftop, which is also a key when we speak about sustainability, when we speak about individual consumers as well. Also, by 2050, the objective is to reach 100% solar. So that means we will be producing energy. The power generation will produce 100% solar by 2050. The Dubai DSM strategy 2050 was updated in 2024 and targeting 30% reduction for electricity and water and 12% reduction for fuel consumption by 2030. And the 50% reduction by 2050 for both electricity and water as well. So we have targeted saving for 2030 and for 2050 as well. For electricity, the targeted saving versus business as usual is 27.2 terawatt hour. For water is 106.9 billion imperial gallon, and for fuel 24 million liters, equivalent to 12% reduction for 2030. And for 2050 also, we're having targeted saving versus business as usual. And we publish our outcome every year to basically share with the public where we are in terms of the target that we're trying to achieve, whether we are ahead of the target, whether we are behind the target, whether we are meeting the target exactly. I'm also pleased to share with you our roadmap, the DSM's program roadmap, which is being represented in this, what we call it a DSM house, summarizes our 12 program. Each program has a scope. Each program has a targeted saving. There is also a responsibility matrix in terms of government that is leading the execution of this program. So the key element here is more than anything is building. We focus more on building because building basically account for 40% of greenhouse gas emission. It consumes 80% of power generation. So there is always a synergy between power generation and building. This is how we see it, a synergy between power generation and building. So when we say building means we ensure that buildings are connected with district cooling. We ensure that building, I'm talking about the future building, as we increase the share of this element, the solar rooftop as well, being connected to building, the recycled water as well for larger building like hotels, like resort as well. We use recycled water. And I echo what Mr. Naveen said also about green jobs and green services. So these, I think, programs that are being activated have created thousands of jobs in the Emirates in terms of supply side for power generation, the clean renewable power generation. On top of that, also for building decarbonization, we have able to witness many green jobs, many green services in terms of building retrofit market that is being growing drastically in the Emirates of Dubai and also in the UAE as well. There is good experience in Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah as well in terms of retrofit. So we continue to see the green job surpassing the, let's say, a conventional job, if you call it a fossil fuel and the power generation, indeed. So some data, as I promised you, I will share with you since 2011, 63 terawatt hour have been saved on the from the demand side management program in 2024. This for electricity. In 2024, 13 terawatt hour have been saved, equivalent to 19.4%. These data that I'm sharing with you are being audited by a third party. We have started to share, to publish these data every year since 2013, and these are audited every year. For water, since 2011, 143 billion imperial gallon have been saved in 20 billion imperial gallon, yes. In 2024, 56.5 billion imperial gallon, equivalent to 20.8% reduction versus business as usual. As well, on carbon reduction, which is also a key indicator, 19.1 billion in operational costs and capital investment have been saved. When I say capital, means the expensive on building new power generation, and operation is to operate these plants. So these are the savings that we have achieved. We have avoided 28.4 million metric ton of CO2 since 2011. Another important indicator is per capita for electricity and water consumption. So this has been reduced since 2010, which is the launch of DSM program for electricity. Reduction is 12% reduction from the starting point, from the baseline 2010, and for water, 18% reduction of per capita in Dubai. On the individual program also, I will share with you some of the achievement that we have basically involved in or engaged in since the start of the program. More than 70,000 buildings are in compliance with the new building code, which is more stringent than the older code. Around 18,000 buildings have been retrofitted. The efficiency of district cooling plant, we have reached 0.84 kilowatt hour per refrigerant ton hour. More than 90,000 green vehicles are registered in the street of Dubai. And I can tell you there are more than 30 electric vehicle models in the Emirates. Compared to 2015, we might have only 2 models. So the market is growing for the electrification of vehicles, especially for sedan and for buses. And hopefully in the future, with the development of hydrogen technology, I think we can target heavy transport like trucks and other equipment that are basically used in the industrial sectors. Also, there are more than, I mentioned 700 megawatt from solar rooftop also is adding to the grid. That's another initiative that we look after carefully. DSM journey has been, I'd like to say that have been very successful in terms of addressing or introducing many regulation like building code, like directive, like green transport policy, electrification, vehicle electrification policy, project like outdoor lighting, awareness campaigning. I can say that the government have saved a lot on the supply side and the power and water generation, and consumer also represented by both, by commercial sector, residential sector, even government, owning a public building. They have reduced their consumption and saved, reduced their bill as well. For all the item that you see on the roadmap, we always follow this path, which is government lead by example, with government lead by pursuing a pilot project and then open the door for large scale to take stage, like building code, like building retrofit, like electric vehicle penetration started with government target, and then we were able to go to large scale factor. In addition to what I have mentioned, in January 2025, the DSCE, Dubai Supreme Council of Energy, has issued a new directive or mandate aimed at improving energy efficiency in new and existing Dubai government buildings. So for new building, the government are mandated to comply with the gold Energy Star rating by 2026, and platinum, we call it SAFA, or Energy Star rating, by 2031. And for existing building, the mandate is to reduce the consumption by 30% from the baseline of 2019 by 2030. And I can say that for the existing building, more than 19,000 buildings have been retrofitted as we speak today, and the target is to reach 47,000 buildings by 2030. Another important element is green transport roadmap as part of our strategy, as part of our roadmap. We are following the same path in terms of increasing the penetration of electric vehicle, as I shared with you. I already shared with you some of the number in terms of number of green vehicle. I will also add to that as we speak today, there are more than 800 charging points in the Emirates of Dubai, and we're targeting 1,000 by end of this year, charging point, and 2,500 by 2030 to support the drastic increase of electric vehicle, which became today very mature. Also, part of our urban planning strategy, we're adopting 20 and 30-minute city, means that the resident can reach any of key services within their community in 20 minutes. And also, resident can reach their work in 20 minutes, I mean through sustainable manner, like walking or using green transport and so. And also for residents to reach their work in 30 minutes. This is all part of the green strategy that we have. I'd like to end by giving some final thought. The future priority for us is to develop additional policy to enhance readiness of new building for carbon neutrality, expanding the scope of retrofit of existing building, enhance the use of recycled water to reduce reliance on expensive desalinated water, and develop innovative financing mechanism to support efficiency project. Thank you for your good attention. They asked me to take some questions.
Guys, thank you very much, Dr. Faisal. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We'd like to open the floor to just one or two quick questions for Dr. Faisal on his presentation, if anyone has in the audience. Okay, we have a bit more than two. Let's see if we can make this work.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Samiullah Khan from Fakhruddin Properties. I'd like to thank Dr. Faisal for this excellent presentation and the TrustCon team for giving us this opportunity to be interacting with you. Sir, as a developer, what would be your advice to us? We have new buildings which we are developing, and we also have existing buildings. How can we align our activities and our targets in alignment with your vision and your target? So that would be one question. A second thing is...
Can I take this question?
Okay.
Yeah, excellent question. I think as a developer, when we basically look at sustainability for government, we usually mandate government to follow certain path. And for commercial, you don't see anywhere in the world that you mandate, let's say, a targeted saving or building retrofit. We always try to work with them on voluntarily basis. So we have directive for government already to reduce their consumption, let's say for the existing building. And we have signed a MOU with some of the developer, I'm not gonna mention their name, to follow the path that we have created for government building. So if we're open to work with any developer that is willing to use the directive that we have issued for the government, and then they can pursue, and this directive is flexible. We can look at it and then we can maybe sort of refine it the way that we both are agreeing on. This is for the existing building. And for the new building, I think you have a freedom to go beyond the silver Energy Star rating. You can go to gold or platinum. And I think all the developers are very smart to understand that by increasing the capital investment a little bit, I think you can save on the operating maybe within less than 5 years.
Absolutely. So we are working on embodied carbon, operational carbon, and end-of-life cycle carbon. We would also like to be bold on buildings, which is the Green Building Council caption for the year, and move on to abundantly available energy sources in UAE like geothermal energy. How can we get support from DSM on moving these new energy sources, including vertical axis wind turbine? And I was not seeing anything on waste management in your presentation. Is there something which we are doing on waste? Because Dubai municipality has also announced that they are going to close all landfills in Dubai by 2027. So this is just 2 years down the line. How are we prepared for that?
Yeah, and on the waste management, it is there, but it is separate than the DSM. We look at it separate than DSM. And Dubai, I think they have created now, Dubai has created a new authority looking after waste, and Dubai municipality, basically the executor of waste. So as we speak, I think 250 megawatt is being generated from waste, led by Dubai municipality. So this is a good achievement. It's feeding the grid, okay? It's feeding the grid. Maybe the quantity is not large, but I think it's a good start to basically make a strong statement to deal with waste. And on top of the waste to energy, I think the more challenging thing is waste management. You manage the waste in general in the UAE, so we can one day reach zero landfill in the future. The first question I forgot because you have asked you have asked two questions in your. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And our strategy, we basically adopt mature technology like solar, like electric vehicle. Even energy storage is not part of the strategy. It's part of our pilot, and soon it will become part of the strategy. For like, if you ask me for hydrogen technology being used in this difficult sector or geothermal, they are not part of the strategy because these are part of the experimental element, which Dubai is doing pilot and experimental, but it cannot be part of the strategy unless it basically it reaches a large scale. And no country in the world today has reached a big scale on this technology.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Faisal. My question is about, Salam alaikum again. My question is about the nuclear. What is the contribution of nuclear towards Dubai, the Emirate of Dubai? And the second, we know about also the hydro in Hatta. Is it a part of the basically mix that under your basically? Thank you.
Yeah, the nuclear. There is no plan in Dubai to build nuclear. I think.
So the 4 nuclear plants do not contribute to Dubai by any means?
No. Dubai is not planning to build nuclear. I think solar is very promising, and it is sustainable. And I think more focus on the solar.
Yeah.
And the wind is not viable.
Yeah. Hydro in Hatta.
I'll come to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wind is not viable because I think all the studies that have been conducted in the past shows that I think there is less viability for the wind unless somebody can come in the future and challenge us that word. Wind can basically be viable in the future, maybe offshore in the future. It's possible. For hydropower, it is a symbolic project in Hatta, delivering 250 megawatts. So it's more than, because based on the geography that we have, I don't think hydropower is viable. But I think this is a good project, a very good symbolic project also to show I think UAE that's part of the sustainability.
Thank you, Doctor.
Maybe one last one.
Yes, so we
if
have
I
time
may.
for one more question, please.
Dr. Faisal, my name is Dr. Mazza Grafati. I'm not only sustainable advisor, but also part of Desolinator, which is a solar energy powered water purification, where we have a plant in Diva and one in Salal, and working very closely with the governments here. My question is, all of those targets that you showed, they're very, very ambitious, and the progress is very impressive. But I think just by advising the different sectors to become more sustainable, the targets are hard to reach. What does the carbon credit trading system, which part does that play in different sectors, predominantly hospitality, which is, I think, a key sector to reach these targets? Thank you.
Yeah, one thing, I don't deal with carbon credit. I think it's more on the voluntarily basis today. We used to have Dubai Carbon Center, who basically looks after that, but I think it's not there anymore. But in terms of the target, I think all these initiatives, I think, are being pursued because they make sense financially. Anything that is related to subsidy is not part of Dubai strategy. Like in Europe, they have created something subsidized, and then when they took the subsidy out, I think these programs have failed. One of them is solar rooftop in Germany. I heard that they subsidized it, and then they took the subsidy out, and then it failed. So we always try to pursue project without subsidy, whether it is electrification of vehicle, whether it is retrofit, and so on.
Thank you.